Welcome to Spring Commander Forge Alliance. We got 3v3 Rivers where we got a Brazilian team here on the bottom. Destructor, Mac, and Lance. Lance hello DC, or I'll just call him Lance. Cybern, UEF, and Seraphim. No Aeon, which might be surprising. The back spot's usually pretty popular Aeon spot, but I'll have to do with Seraphim. We got Foxy Grandpa's UEF in the back, two UEF players actually, Freshie and Foxy Grandpa, and Carlitos playing a Seraphim, so even less, no Cybern for the bottom side, or Aeon at all on this field, so absolutely no mercies, which means ACUs can go run wild without being afraid of getting sniped, which is always nice. We can see the Meg Marines coming up, plus an engineer from Freshie. Gonna try to get this mass. Nobody's coming to this mass yet. Well, there is an engineer who's gonna pick up a couple mass extractors, likely to run into some NGs from Freshie. And the back player on this map, kind of like on Settings, usually is responsible for air. It's nice to see the back player come in with the ACU. The ACU is so powerful early on. Maybe go Tech 2, some Tech 2 point defense to help out the allies. But otherwise it's going to be mostly air, with the two side players doing the battling on either side of this mountain. Still some problems getting to this mass. Looks like an NG from Carlitos tried to get it, but ran into a Mantis. Trying to escape, unable to do so. Up on top, some sneaky Manti from Lance, and try to get back these mask extractors. Still not taken by Freshie. Looks like Freshie's got total 5 land factories planned. Power spam with a single engineer, some Tech 2 mask extractors, and here we got Foxy moving out with the ACU to the middle. See some scouting from Foxy. Of course, these side islands, usually a battle between the two side players. So with Brazilians, there's so many more Brazilians playing Forge Alliance forever on FA forever than Americans, and that's always been a mystery to me. And then the other day I realized, as Foxy here dropping off a couple engineers because he's going to take this bottom. So Brazil is a first world country, and that's really all you got to know about the answer to that question. Looks like we got Destructor coming out to the middle just like Foxy, so we're going to see 3 ACUs from each side go into the middle. Looks like Destructor is going to help Mac, who's going Tech 2. On the other side we got the lone Siren player getting an upgrade, perhaps the gun. They'll run into Freshie. Doesn't look like it's anything but Tech 1. But here a very aggressive ACU from Carlitos to Seraphim. 6 kills, and of course now we do have the reworked veterancy system. It looks like we got a drop here from Destructor. Although total air domination early on from Grandpa. And this new veterancy has been fixed from being completely absurd, but still might not be very useful for other people, but perhaps it'll be better. Still gotta look at what's happening. Haven't seen too many crazy things, but so far this ACU just knocking out all these Tech 1 units. So you can see Freshie running. Full retreat from Freshie. We are gonna see Carlitos try to help out, but so far Lance here doesn't look like he's got stealth. He's just got the gun upgrade, just running everybody over. It's really nice. Destructor, the back player from the Brazilians, deciding to retreat. We see Foxy trying to help out Carlitos. Of course, Lame God and Carlitos, the Settings veterans, played many games together, very good players. It looks like a drop here from Foxy, a counter drop with a whole bunch of Tech 1 bombers as well, and yet another drop. So Foxy's going to try to take both of the side of the islands, which is 4 mask extractors each, total of 8 mask extractor, which is just like upgrading 4 of your Tech 1 mask extractors at the base. It's a very big prize. See some Tech 2 engineers here from Freshie, also going Tech 2 with the ACU. Lance running into quite a bit of Tech 1 already at 40 kills. Now some bombers there from Fresh trying to help out. But so far the bottom side, total domination. We also see Mac with the gun doing a little bit of dancing. The Structure's still at base. He's way behind his ally, who is running all into Carlito's base. Mac here at minute 9, very deep in Carlitos. Carlitos coming back to base with the gun, which is going to make it very interesting for Mac. Although Carlitos might find himself in even more trouble. Where are all the units for Carlitos? That's the question. He's getting excellent support from Foxy. All the Tech 1 bombers. But not Carlitos, even with the gun defending against Mac. Looks like Carlitos is going to die here, completely outspent. Well, he was very close at the end, but just enough units for Mac. 36 kills. In spite of all the Tech 1 bombers. Kills Carlitos. This becomes a 3v2. We do see Tech 2 gunships from Foxy now. And Tech 1 anti-air for Mac. And 37 kill commander is going to leave. He's going to run away. Some interceptors now from Lance. Still total air domination by Foxy. Although Lance has been completely abusing Brescia here, we haven't been seeing it, but with this gun, 50 kills already. Tech 2, oh, that was a great overcharge. Tech 2 point defenses and our gunships, and Lance is going to have to respect that. Air from Foxy is going to keep the ACUs at bay. Meanwhile, total domination for the sides, although here comes a drop from Destructor. It's a whole bunch of artillery. It's RDA and a couple tanks. That could be trouble for Foxy up top. And of course this game played with give, so now Foxy has 2 bases. So taking out ACU not as great as it could be. Mac looks like he's getting repaired, which is not that efficient. But he did get the Tech 2 engineering upgrade. Destructor also up here with a Tech 2. He's got the gun and Tech 2. So both ACUs, Tech 2 and gun. Really no options through the ground for Foxy, perhaps even with Tech 3. But in terms of air, still total domination. Destructor, a little too much ground, a little too much ACU, and not enough air. And we see these Tech 2 gunships from Foxy really make all these drops very futile. Although no more engineering capacity for Foxy is going to have to get a drop. And here comes some interceptors. Foxy's unprotected gunships are going to have to run away. This is going to be a slaughter. Foxy getting a Tech 1, Tech 2 force, and this is going to be a pretty big drop. Tech 2 drops from Foxy. A Tech 2 point defense from Destructor and Mac. And we'll see what happens with those. We do have a nice air force from Lance. He might be able to counter. Also interceptors here from Destructor. They had to have seen all those transports with the one they were attacking with ACU. And this is really the obvious place for them to appear. There are some interceptors, but of course these are Tech 2. Very quick, they can outrun Tech 1 interceptors. And actually, Foxy is going to find himself in an even better position to drop these off. And that's 3 Tech 2 drops from Foxy. And that's going to be devastating against the Structure. Foxy total air domination, Tech 2 air, gunships saving Freshy. And now absolutely not much that you can do in this situation as Destructor. If you let Tech 2 gunships drop into your base, you're in a lot of trouble. Although he does have some Tech 1 tanks here which are doing a good job. But we see multiple Tech 2 mass extractors destroyed. Significant damage. I thought it was going to be a little worse, but good defense from Destructor. And up top, still just a couple tanks here from actually, this successful drop here from Destructor. Destructor might take top. And here we got Tech 2 point defense standoff, engineers versus ACUs, and perhaps Tech 3 from MAG might be the way to go. Foxy still Tech 2 air, using some Tech 2 power generators. Also Tech 1 air factory, recycling his power. Freshie getting rid of his Tech 1 land factories, Tech 2 land spam, Tech 2 point defenses, and of course Lance, haven't seen him for a while, but he's got some TMD, some point defenses. Sitting under a shield still with the gun, 64 kills. Moving in with the Cyber and mobile cruise missiles. These are the best mobile cruise missiles in the game. Very difficult to defend against. You can see they're doing a good job against this point defense. Can outrange it. Freshie in trouble. Has some Mongoose coming in for support. Well, Lance running 68 kills, Freshie 15. Still very similar health, but Lance has to respect this Tech 2 force from Freshie. And the retreat's also getting bombed by some Tech 2 bombers from Freshie. Needs to get his shields to be working. We do see the mobile missile launchers from UEF as well, from Freshie. And on the bottom, of course, Seraphim with their shields. This will take a long time to break unless the EF goes Tech 3, which I'm surprised it's not happening. The gunship's trying to get back to top for Freshie. And meanwhile, I missed something really big in this game. While I was watching all those fights, we see, looks like yet another drop. This time was the Tech 2 drop, so it looks like Foxy continued to drop. I apologize for missing this. But we do see Oshivas with a whole bunch of kills, and Destructor's base completely wiped out. So it looks like he just did the same thing. More drops. Destructor doesn't have a base. Trying to rebuild now, but it was all these Oshivas. See some Gestures trying to play defense. 28 kills. You could see 28 kills. They just went on a rampage through Destructor's base and Lance's base. And that's a very big problem now. Freshie way ahead. Destructor feeling suicidal now. Moving in and getting a couple wrecks. He's got big mass problems. Going back to Tech 1 and yet another drop. This time it's an engineering drop. And Tech 1, the point defense get built. This is going to really suck for Destructor. He's just trying to rebuild his mass constructors at Tech 1. He's not even going to be allowed to do that. And these are engineers still alive. They can get another Tech 1 point defense. 11 kills. Freshie just being brutal. Well, not Freshie, but Foxy. Some Gestures moving in. Total air domination. This could be actually a close fight in terms of numbers. Looks like Foxy is going to respect it. Trying to get the fight to happen over his flak. Looks like half the force from Lance went in, and some mistakes there from Lance, losing quite a bit of his air. Also these Tech 2 bombers, actually quite good air fighters as well. Foxy is not going to capture air. Looks like that point of defense is finally taken out. Now cruise missiles from Destructor, 7 kills. There is some TMD here. Looks like Mac is able to get back air, so the bottom side still has a chance, although fighting over Take the Flak is a mistake. Freshie trying to get back a little bit of the map, sitting under 3 shields. Tech 2 point defenses, Tech 1 point defenses. Although, based on what we see here on the ground, there is Tech 3 ground artillery, Tech 3 siren. That was an overcharge. That Titan just got knocked down. But where's the artillery? Yeah, so we basically have a Tech 3 fight between EAF and Cybern. We do see the artillery shooting straight from the factory. Probably want to get out of the way. Yeah, so shots back and forth. Still a Tech 2 standoff, but Mac looks like he is not going to get Tech 3. And Tech 3 point defense is going to be a big problem for Foxy. Meanwhile, the structure trying to rebuild. Tech 3 engineering from Tech 3 air. Still Tech 2 gunships, but Tech 3 power generator from Foxy is going to be a very big difference in this game. Looks like the top's still not really decided. Mask structures do belong to the structure, but Foxy does have a couple engineers making a base. Yeah, I really missed the big part of this game when Destructor's base got taken out by that Tech 2 drop, the second Tech 2 drop with some Ilshevis. They just went on a rampage. And a big Tech 3 Lance fam. Looks like it's Titans from Freshie. Shields and Tech 3 power coming up for Lance. He's got some Tech 2 flak as well as a trebuchet. Freshie trying to build under artillery fire. And there is quite a bit of flak, and here comes the Ravagers. See how long yeah, so there goes the shields, the Tech 2 point defenses, and it should be a retreat from Foxy. Foxy does have a Tech 3 EF of his own. He might start another Tech 3 point defense front, or he might take his air advantage, although he hasn't had too much air advantage this whole game, despite of taking the structure out of the game in terms of the eco. The structure hasn't really done much. Mobile missiles trying to put pressure on Freshie. And Tech 3 Artie from Foxy. You're gonna have to try to counter the Tech 3 point defense. And actually, in large numbers, I've seen Seraphim artillery counter EF Tech 3 point defense push. In that situation, well, there is no AN, but still snipers from Seraphim. Just shield disruptors work very well in this situation. But of course, Tech 3 already does outrange Tech 3 point defense, and the shields don't stay alive for too long. So this will be a very interesting battle. Here comes Tech 1 Artie. It's moving in, but plenty of Ilshevis to take care of that. Foxy going Tech 3, spamming ASF. And this is a very important part of the Tech 3 Artie battles, is the Tech 1 Air is actually very good at countering these. Only 950 health. We're actually seeing Freshie and Foxy attacking the Tech 3 point defense creep, although it looks like this Tech 1 is getting pretty close. But it won't get too far with all the Tech 2 from Freshie, from Foxy. So far Mac's surviving, but the shields are going down. And here it is, the triumph of Tech 3 land over the point defense. This is excellent to see Mac forced to retreat. It had multiple Tech 3 point defenses, had multiple Tech 2 shields where they just can't stand. Once Tech 3 gets enough numbers, we see 6, and a couple of these get a little too close. I think I tried to do this to somebody like Mac, some Brazilians on Wonder, and they did exactly this to me, so I know how Mac feels. Mac is going to counter with artillery of his own. Very expensive unit, but can outrange a Tech 3 arty. Of course, this arty can sit under the shields. And no chance for those gunships. Total air domination, and now with this Tech 3 artillery taking away the Tech 3 point defense push from Mac, it needs more good ideas. Looks like this artillery already got 3 kills. Yeah, the arty moving behind the shields. However, this Tech 1 getting pretty deep behind Freshie's base. Oh, Foxy's base. Multiple Tech 3 power from Foxy. Because this is something you'll never see in Supreme Commander 2. Multiple units from different techs being useful throughout the game, since there you don't have techs, you just have a single unit. And here we got a chicken. Very expensive experimental. Well, just a regular experimental, but compared to Supreme Commander 2 experimentals, it is quite expensive. See, Foxy Grandpa getting that pretty quick. Actually, very quickly. Has a very good economy. Still just a Tech 2 eco. That's a big mistake there. Still Tech 1 mask tractor. From Destructor. Destructor has not been able to recover. Tech 3 shields from Mac. And this is a Cyber and Tech 3 force with a whole bunch of loyalists moving in, but running into some terrain. They are going to see a chicken. And a chicken versus loyalist is very much unfair. Would like to see Mac get a bunch of Tech 1 point defenses and try to overcharge this thing. He does have the gun. And Mac didn't really get anything against that chicken. This is now 2v2. Base should be given over to Destructor. On the other side, Tech 3 point defense creep against Cybern. Cybern having to respect really with the shields. Not a good faction for this type of battle. Titans running ahead of the chicken. Destructor is basically just waiting to die. Titans versus gunships. Actually quite a bit of ASF here from Lance. Lance has been playing very well. Really nice air. But so far no answer to the chicken. It is going to be attacked by a bunch of gunships. And here's an ASF battle between Foxy and Lance. It's very important who wins this one. Although this chicken's still pretty much full health, 114 kills. Destructor should be overcharging. That's some nice dancing, some nice dodging. Unable to survive. This chicken claims the second ACU, followed by a whole bunch of Ilshevas and Arty, but total air domination by the bottom side. Lance, of course, is now all alone, but does have air control, and the chicken running through his base. And on top, big problem is losing his Tech 3 land factory. Freshie, multiple Tech 3 point defenses, in support with a whole bunch of Percys. chicken, 155 kills. Most likely won't be able to finish the game, but very even fight here between Lance and Foxy. 161 kills. Still basically 10,000 health. Getting into Destructor's old base. Yet another chicken halfway done. Fresher continues to attack 3-point defense push. I like to see him just throw these Percies in. And here's yet another drop. Here are those transports. Really those drops from Foxy's. Yeah, and the chicken is gonna die at Destructor starting position. The chicken that won the game, but really the transports from Foxy won the game multiple times, dropping off the Seraphim units with the EEF transports. And the Ilshavas is running everything over. And here come the Percies. Under a heavy artillery fire here from the Siren. Spider started by Lance. ACU versus Tech 3. Lance running away. This is just way too many Percies to deal with. Not a situation where Tech 3 land is underpowered against an ACU. Of course, the Percy, the best Tech 3 unit in the game. Lance turns around. Took out a couple of those with a single overcharge. 400 health left. And will be finished off by some gunships. It's a nice overcharge at the end, but the Brazilians lose today. But still a very good battle. Hopefully people enjoy this one.